Hi, we're on our way to Bentley to test drive cars today. We will see you there.
This is my new Rolls-Royce. You see it's very long, so I'm going to have to rebuild my garage to get it in. The car is $685,000 and the garage will be another $150,000. And that's it. What's the big deal? It's only money.
Don't get carried away. Boy, if you can do better than me, go. Yeah, go. But remember, good love's hard to find. Good love's hard to find. You got lucky, babe. You got lucky, baby. And I found you. You put a hand on my cheek, and then you turn your eyes away. If you don't feel complete, if I don't take you all of the way, go. Yeah, go.
Say up front is to win the car, you do need to have your valid driver's license and auto insurance. We have to make copies of everything, and then you will need to bring the car back to us on Monday. We don't have anyone that will be able to take you home though, so just please plan on either having someone follow you or taking an Uber. Yeah, we have the boat show starting on Monday, which is our biggest event that we do during the year, so all of our staff is going to be pretty much there, so we just don't have anyone that will be able to. The Fort Lauderdale Boat Show.
Don't
Yeah.
tell my husband that.
And Bentley is actually owned by the Volkswagen Group. So Volkswagen owns Bentley, Lamborghini, Bugatti, Ducati motorcycles, Audi, Porsche. They own almost everybody nowadays. They even own, I think, Skoda trucks and some scooter company. They own a lot. But Bentley wasn't always owned by Volkswagen. Bentley actually was started in, see, I don't even remember all this stuff anymore, started in 1919. By W.O. Bentley, who was really big into aero design, jet engines, not jet engines, but airplane engines. So he actually started creating engines, and then by creating engines, he there went into creating cars. So Bentley actually became famous by being one of the first companies, smaller companies, to win Le Mans 5 times with one of their cars. So that's what led them to be a sporting car company, which then through the years turned into a luxury sporting car company. They won Le Mans in 24, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then again in 2003 when they re-entered Le Mans racing, and the first year that they re-entered, they won it. And they didn't just win it, they actually swept it. So that was a pretty interesting thing, that it was kind of a return to their roots. They actually were also owned by Rolls-Royce at one point. So in 1931, Bentley had some hard times and went into bankruptcy. And Rolls-Royce, under a different name that they created, actually bought the company. And W.O. Bentley was extremely upset when that happened, because he had no intention for his baby to be owned by his main competitor, but he had no idea, and the sale went through and he found out and was quite an upset guy. But Rolls-Royce and Bentley became the same company for almost 40 years. Most people used to actually say that a Bentley was basically a rebadged Rolls-Royce, because they actually used most of the Rolls-Royce body designs and changed them up a little bit, put a Bentley badge, and that became a Bentley. So that's just an interesting piece of history. Rolls-Royce, on the other hand, was founded in 1904. They were actually created first by Charles Rolls and Henry Royce. That's where they got Rolls-Royce. And then the hyphen, which I actually forgot the name, is the guy who brought those two people together to form the company. One was the auto designer and one was a car sales guy. So when he brought them together, he became the hyphen in the company, which is why Rolls-Royce has that hyphen. And Rolls-Royce gets very upset with us when we write the Rolls-Royce word and we don't put the hyphen in there. So Rolls-Royce has also always been in England. They're in Goodwood, England, which is in southern England. They were actually there in the beginning, and now when BMW bought Rolls-Royce, they actually stayed true and built a whole new factory and design studio, and they built a whole new place also in Goodwood. So it's always been in Goodwood, which is really nice that they stayed true to the roots of the company. And
Do they only manufacture them in England, or do they manufacture them elsewhere?
so they're put together completely in England always. There are a couple factories elsewhere that sometimes make some of the components. Like there's a factory in I think it's Bratislava, wherever that is, that makes like the door panels and trunk panels for Bentley. Bentayga, some of the Bentayga components are made in somewhere in Slovakia. So they'll make some of the components elsewhere, but everything is sent into England for final assembly. Everything's designed, you know, corporate offices are there, so they've really stayed true. Even though they're owned by German companies, they are still English companies. And what's nice is that the German companies gave them engineering and money, but they didn't interfere with craftsmanship, wood, leather. They said, you guys there's a thing called the Design Center of Excellence, which is awarded to different car companies for something that they excel in better than other car companies. And Bentley and Rolls-Royce always continuously won year after year for craftsmanship in wood, in leather work, in, you know, those kind of design materials. But they were always lacking a little in engineering, and they didn't have the money behind them to buy some of the top-notch components. So that's what Big Brother, you know, the German BMW and Volkswagen gave to the companies. They said, you do what you're amazing at, we'll help now give you the rest to make a much better car. And in 2003 is when both of these car companies came out with their era of the car. So Volkswagen introduced the new Continental Coupe in 2003 as a 2004 model. That was their new Bentley, a world apart from the previous Bentleys. Previous Bentleys, beautiful, drove awesome, broke down every other time you drove them. Now it became a different world, and the same thing with Rolls-Royce. In 2003, they launched the 2004 Phantom, which was the new design car. And that was, again, it was a whole new world of technology, of reliability. They became everyday usable cars. You didn't have to worry about having a second one for parts.
You got lucky.